Real quick before this video starts, make sure you follow me at 415 Kodak on Twitter and also GFX COMET, and we also got a Discord server. So if you're interested, join, and I hope you enjoy this video. Before we get this video started, make sure you use the code YouTube for 15% off on all products on gfxcomet.com. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Check out the website. Alright, what's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. And as you can see here, we have a cafe model. I picked the best one I could find. This was a very popular tutorial request. Stands on Discord. If you're seeing this, it's for you. We're just gonna take a look around. As you can see, the counters. There is lights right over here. And I really like the design of this cafe. So if we take a look around, we have a bunch of very nice angles we could use. We could go up here, we could go down, and here's the balcony. Alright, so first things first, we're just gonna take everything. So let's grab of these, the cup. We're just going to group it all into one model, so you want to hit Control G. Alright, it's gonna take some time because there's a lot of parts. So yeah, now we're going to right click and go to export selection, and right here you want to save it anywhere you want and name it anything. I'm gonna do Modern Cafe. Alright, so once it's done exporting, we are going to head over to Blender. Alright, so here we are. The first thing we're gonna do is we're just gonna hit A. This is going to select everything you're seeing, and we're gonna hit X and click on delete right over here. If you don't understand basic navigation, you want to use your scroll wheel. This is going to rotate, so click down on your scroll wheel or middle mouse button, and if you do that while holding down shift, this is going to pan. And obviously if you just zoom in and out with your scroll wheel. So first things first, let's go to our render settings. Make sure it's on Eevee. The reason I don't like to use cycles is because it takes too long, and we're doing ROBLOX graphics, so I don't feel like we need to use cycles, so I like to stick with Eevee. Yeah, first things first, let's go to file, let's go to import, and let's go to wavefront object file. And alright, so now you want to look for your model. Let me find where I imported it. Okay, let me find where it is. Alright, it's right over here. And yeah, we're just gonna import split by objects, and we're just gonna hit import. This is gonna take some time once again, so I'm going to cut, and I will see you guys when it is done. Alright, so my scene is in, as you can see. Let's navigate, and let's just navigate around. As you can see, we're gonna go up here and we're gonna click on this bubble, the third one. This is going to put us in rendered view. The second one is textured view, so from here you can see the textures, but it's not gonna have any lighting. So I like to go into rendered view because we're using Eevee, and everything is pretty much in real time. So let's take a look around. I don't like the focal length. I don't like the field of view focal length we have, so I'm gonna hit Shift A and select a camera, and if you hit 0 on your number pad, this is going to put you in camera view, and we could move this back into our scene right over here, and we could adjust the focal length so we could see more. There we go. Let's just place it somewhere, doesn't really matter. I think right here is fine. Alright, so first thing, alright, so I'm gonna go to properties, I'm gonna go to film and turn on transparency. We're also gonna go to our world settings, click on the circle, go to environment texture, hit open, and from here you want to select an XUI. You can find XUIs for free online, just look up XUI free. It's really easy, and what these basically do is these affect the lighting of your scene. So as you can see this right here, and if we change this to something else, to interior, you can see how the lighting changes as well. So you want to find something that you like. This one it's not terrible. Courtyard, I actually really like this one. It brings out the colors, so I'm gonna stick with this one. And we're gonna add more additional lighting later, but this is just going to be our base lighting so we can see what we are working on for now. Alright, so we have this. Alright, so here's what we got. We're gonna go to our render settings again, and we're gonna turn on ambient occlusion, and we're just going to turn our distance up, not that much, somewhere around maybe 11. Factor could go up to 1.2, and now we got some shadows. It's looking nice. And now we're gonna go for bloom. Alright, and turn on screen space reflections. Alright, so far here's our scene. Let's move on to our textures. I'm gonna go for the simple ones first, so click on our model, and we're gonna go up here, go to edit mode. And the reason why I chose this scene is because there are a lot of textures. So the first thing I'm gonna go for is these things. So you just want to click, go to your materials right over here, and we could change back to object mode. And we're just gonna take metallic. We could turn this up, and you can see it change. Specular, and we're gonna turn roughness. As you can see, I don't want too much metallic. I want specular. Alright, so I think that's good. And you can hit tab to change the modes quickly. Now we're gonna go to this one, same thing. So I'm gonna turn specular up, metallic just a tad bit, and we're gonna adjust the roughness. There we go. You just want to do that for the rest of these similar textures, so go ahead and do that, and I will see you when I am done. And we got this one left, I think. Alright, so click on this, and metallic, specular, and roughness. It's actually affecting this as well. Apparently it's the same texture. But let's take a look. So let's go over here. And as you can see, these look fantastic. Now we're gonna head over to the chair legs. So go into edit mode. We're just gonna click. I'm gonna click this one for a new material slot. Let's wait for it. And hit new. Alright, just give it a second, and I'm gonna go bump metallic all the way up and roughness down, specular up. So with this material, we're gonna click on the legs, on the chair legs, hit select, and we're gonna find our new material that we just made. So it's right here. We're gonna click on it, and we're gonna hit assign. But here is the issue. This chair is the same texture, so we have to go over here to our select circle, and let's bump up the radius. So we have to deselect the chair, so hold control, and we're just gonna deselect the actual chair part, also the back. So I just go over here. Alright, so once you're happy with your selection, I think this is good except for this. Alright, so once everything is good, we're just gonna hit assign, and this should change in a second. There we go. Let's go back to object mode, and as you can see, our chair legs look amazing. I think this is some great progress. Alright, so that's gonna be it for this first part, and we are going to be back next time for part 2. So if you want to see part 2, make sure you hit like on this video, and we're gonna turn this scene into something amazing. This is actually one of the best models I've ever used, and I will see you all next time. Make sure you join our Discord and also follow us on Twitter. With that being said, I will see you all next time. Okay, so welcome back to the channel. This is part 2 of the cafe tutorial. And basically where we left off, we were just adjusting the materials and the textures. As you can see, I'm doing with this yellow chair. So I'm just increasing the metallic, the specular, lowering the roughness, giving it that shine effect. And I'm just going to do that with the red chair and the white chair as well. Alright, so next I went online. I went to cc0textures.com. I downloaded a floor texture, tiles, and basically you want to click on the shading tab, enter into edit mode, and you're going to want to click on the floor, and we're just going to import the texture. So look it up, drag and drop the base color file onto the node editor, and you're going to connect the color to base color. As you can see, we're going to shift A, add a bump, connect the color to the height, and just connect this part to normal. Now as you can see, I have the tiles texture onto my floor. I'm gonna hit Ctrl T. This is using the node wrangler, which you could enable by going to edit, preferences, add-ons, and look up node wrangler, and you want to turn it on. Once it's on, you can click on your texture, hit Ctrl T, and it will open these mapping node for you, where you can adjust the tiling for your texture. And for the rest of this, I'm just going to be adjusting the settings until I get the floor to something that I like. Alright, as you can see, we are getting somewhere. I'm just adjusting the specular, metallic, and roughness. As you see, just kind of playing around with it. And yeah, adjusting the bump strength as well. Alright, so final adjustments, and let's take a look around. I think this looks pretty good. So yeah, let's move on. Alright, so now I'm just going to adjust the texture of this table. So I'm going to click on it, go into my shading tab, enter edit mode, and just click on the texture. Alright, so yeah, you just want to hit Shift A, search up bump, and we're going to plug it into normal, as you can see, and plug the texture into the height. Now I'm just playing around with the rest of the settings, and you can see the preview up there as it changes. Alright, just taking a look around at what we've created. We've made some great progress so far. Now it's time to move on to the lights. So just click on the model. Alright, so just click, and we're going to enter into edit mode. Just click on the lights, and we're going to go to materials and change it to emission, and just increase the strength, as you can see. Alright, so now for this shelf wall kind of thing, I went back to cc0textures.com and found a metal texture. Now just hit Shift A, and we're gonna grab a bump, connect the color. to base color and color to height as well. Alright, as you can see, it looks pretty darn good to me. And now I think we should move on to these little decorative statues. So for these, they're supposed to be gold, which should be pretty easy for us. So just increase the metallic and lower the roughness. And yeah, that's basically it. They look pretty good. Moving on to this counter, just adjusting the roughness, increasing metallic, just the basic 3 sliders here, and just making it look better. Alright, so that's gonna be it for part 2. Let's try to get 50 likes on this video. So yeah, smash the like button. It's going to help out our channel and just push this video out, and have YouTube recommend us. So likes really help. And yeah, if you like our content, make sure you subscribe and stay tuned for part 3. And with that being said, I will see you all next time. Alright, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in to part 3 of the cafe render series. And as you can see here, I'm just adjusting the settings for the TV screens right over here. So one very useful tip that will help you improve your graphics is hitting the like button on this video. With that being said, for the most part right now, I'm just going around the scene and just adjusting the 4 materials, as you can see. So yeah. Alright, so here I want to take this texture that I have and apply it somewhere else. So I'm changing the name to something I can't really see, but I'm just gonna click on this one, hit select. I turned off my little outline thing, but there I turn it back on, and yeah, I'm just going to apply the material that I want. Alright, so I went through, as you can see, pretty much anywhere I could find, adjusting the materials, the textures. So now let's take a look around our scene, and to me this looks pretty good. Yeah, there is a lot of angles we could choose. Alright, so here I'm just making these railings, pipes more reflective because they're supposed to be metallic. So as you can see, that looks a ton better. Yeah. Alright, so let's take a second to admire our work. This looks amazing to me. Alright, so here, if you can see, I added a sun object to just give the scene a bit more lighting. And if you move the yellow dot, that is going to point the sun in the direction that you want. So Alright, so that's going to be it for this is what, part 3. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope this helped you. To recap, in this video we continued adding textures, as you can see, on the pipes, the TVs, and just refining everything, and also adding the sunlight, additional lighting to the scene. And I think we have a great result so far. We've made some great progress, and yeah, stay tuned for part 4 and so forth for the rest of the parts to the series. Make sure you like and subscribe, turn on post notifications, and yeah, I will see you all next time. Alright, welcome back to the channel, and as you can see right here, I'm just looking around the scene, and you can see the chairs look fantastic, the couch, the floor texture, and the tube, cylinder, whatever those things are called over there. Yeah, our entire scene looks great, and in a couple minutes I'm going to set up a different angle, because in the previous video we set up a close-up angle with the girl sitting on the chair with her drink. So yeah, and once again, I'm not going to talk too much in this video because we have already covered most of what I'm doing here in the previous parts. So this is just us wrapping it up and finding different angles to render out. So yeah. Alright, so basically what I'm just doing, looking at my scene, is to look for an angle to create my next render. So yeah. Alright, over here I copied the girl model, so Shift D, you can use that to duplicate in Blender, and I'm just going to position her on a chair and also scale the model up just a tiny bit. And here I'm just adjusting the sunlight, trying to figure out how bright I want our scene to be. Alright, so here I decided to zoom in for a close-up angle, and this is just me trying to figure it out. I want that part of the background to be over there, so that means I'm going to have to take the character model and move it to the blue chair, and as you can see, that's what I am doing. Alright, so we're pretty much done here. All we gotta do is go to our camera and adjust our depth of field, as you can see I am about to do. And yeah, this is the scene that you see in most of the thumbnails for this video series. But yeah, that's going to be it for this part. This is what, part 5. Yep. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe, hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm, and I will see you all next time.